Hello, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Real Talk with AJ. I am your host, Jerry. Real Talk with AJ is proudly sponsored by Nectar Studios. Welcome back, guys. I have in the studio with me like a lot of really dope people. So like a very good friend of mine taught me this. So I'm going to give a shout out to all my people. Hello, Eli. Guys, Eli is an amazing singer rapper that has refused to share his talent with us. His song, I'm going to play the song for you guys later on the show. Don't worry. You're going to hear it and you're going to attack him for choosing to hide his talent from all of us. Shout out to boy director Godwin. Shout out to my baby girl, Divine. Hey, boo. You look gorgeous. Give my guava. I want my guava back. Hi, Evans. Hi, baby. How you doing? Daniel in the building. Hey, baby. I see you. I don't know your name. I don't... Huh? No, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome. We're back again with a sliced dose of motivation, served with truth, with a sprinkle of pure vibes. How you guys doing? It's been a while. I know. I'm sorry, but I'm back. But before we get on with the show, you know our ritual, our quotes for today, and our quote for today goes like this: the greatest act of love you can give to anyone is act of service. The greatest act of love you can give to anyone is act of service. We are all created for somebody else. We're never created for ourselves. And we live in the world where everybody just wants to get. Nobody wants to give. Nobody wants to serve. We're all waiting to be served. But the ultimate act of love is service. Christ came and served us. And he's teaching us how to serve. So if you want to show someone how you really care, don't think of what you can do or what others can do for you. Think of the things you can do for other people. The way the world works for me, the world is a slide. So when you serve somebody else, and the person you're serving is serving somebody else, and then while you're serving, somebody else serves you. But the mistake we always make is when we serve others, when we give in, when we pour into somebody else, we are expecting that person we are pouring into to turn around and pour back into us. But that's like going against the tide. Because when you do that, you're literally trying to clash the process. The process is a slope. So you give to others, and the others you give to others, and someone gives to you. So never, ever, ever expect the person you are giving to give back to you, because that's not where your treasure lies. Your treasure lies in the person that's going to be assigned to serve you, simply because you are serving another person. All right, guys, so we're going to go on a very quick break, and when I come back, I'm going to introduce my guest for today, and we're going to be you guys, he's dope. He's dope. He's a young man that is full of talents, full of God. He's deep, he's spiritual, and you will not believe the kind of caliber that this guy possesses. But anyways, I can't wait for us to delve deep. But we're gonna go on a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna start our show. So stay tuned. Thank you. Welcome back to Real Talk with EJ. I'm your host, Jerry. Guys, today we are going to be talking about a topic that I think a lot of us don't hear enough about, and it is potential. What is your potential? What are you carrying? But before we delve in, I want to introduce guys to my guest for today. His name is Mr. Isaac Nkeruem, a.k.a. Mr. Zack. Zack the designs, Zack the stylist, Zack the fashion brand. Hi, baby.
Good to be here, man.
Thank you for coming to the show. I've been longing for you to come to town so we can sit down and do this. So when you told me you were around, I was like, it's a lie. I'm not letting you go until you come and bless us in this studio.
I feel the pleasure is mine, really. Because, watching you do this thing, and I'm like, I wish I can just be there. You know?
See you?
I was not expecting to sit here. I was just expecting to be like in the room when you're doing it.
Wow.
So I feel privileged that you.
Oh, thank you.
Come.
The honor is actually mine. Thank you. So tell us about like who is Isaac? Because I know you to be a man of many talents, but who is Isaac?
Okay, I like to say first of all, a child of God.
Okay.
So let's come from that perspective, because I have to first of all identify who I am. Okay, yeah. So Isaac Nkerewem is the last born of 5.
Okay.
So I'm born to Effiong Nkerewem.
Okay.
I'm from Mbo.
Okay.
In Oron Nation. Okay. And I am into a lot of things, like you said earlier. Yeah. Okay, so I actually studied music, University of Uyo. Okay. But I'm not pushing that as a career, though. Yes, we're gonna talk about that. Don't be like Eli, like singing and putting his products behind closed doors. I've not put out anything out there on music here. Okay. So I'm actually pursuing a career in fashion. Okay. And I'm also serving in church. Okay. Okay. So I feel that's like the best thing for me, because that's where I feel a lot more fulfilled. When people can actually come back to you and tell you that, okay, I was blessed because you did this. I was blessed because you did this. Out there, when we're pushing career, we're not really concerned about the other people. About them being blessed. We're about us being like, blessed. Man, bring the dough, we carry. You get what I'm saying? So I feel church gives me the opportunity to bless lives. And
wow. So you're saying your music career, because I've heard you sing, you have a phenomenal voice. So you're saying your music career is dedicated strictly to church. Yeah. That's a huge decision. Like why did you choose that?
They say every good and perfect gift comes from God, right? Okay. So if He has given me so many gifts, like if I can do a lot of things, then there should be something I should give back to Him. Okay. Okay. Wow. I had to go study music. But when I was studying music, I think I had the intention of putting out products. Okay. Yeah. But along the line, I realized that, okay, this is not what I'm supposed to, push as a career. Yeah. Yeah, but so service, music for me is like service unto God. Wow. Yeah, so I enjoy secular music, right? Yes. But there's something my mentor used to say. He says, say no evil, sing no evil, hear no evil. Okay, so I know I'm hearing it, but I don't want to sing it. Oh, okay, so even if I'm singing it in my closet, it's not like something I want to push. Like, it's not the way I want people to perceive me. Okay. You understand? Okay. So I want to do it the God way. Yeah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because I know we had a conversation a few days ago, and I was like, you went to school and studied music for 4 years, only to not put it out anywhere else except in the house of God. Like, that's a very huge sacrifice. What truly informed that decision? Because it's not something you just wake up and be like, I spent 4 years, you paid school fees just for this. So he's saying, I spent 4 years to study something I can go and do for God as a servant. That's huge. That's not common. That's not common among us youths. Okay, so if I want to commercialize music, I would want to get paid. And if I want to get the pay, I would want to get a good pay. Yeah. Okay. So the problem has always been bargaining. Okay. So when you call me to come sing, and after bargaining, like, okay, so I'm coming with this crew, I'm coming with these guys and these guys. Yeah. So this is what I want you to do for us. And if you're not able to meet up, I won't come. Yeah. So if I don't go, I feel guilty, like, oh, you were supposed to go out there and bless lives. Yeah. But really, if we want to be realistic, I need that money, because I'm not just doing this myself. There are guys that are doing it with me, and they won't understand that part of service unto God. Yeah, so they want to get their pay, and if they want to get their pay, I have to pay them. So if I have to pay them, you have to pay me. Make money, that's to commercialize it. Okay. So I saw it like it was a struggle, for me to, get paid and to put like a price tag on this particular thing. So it was more like a struggle for me. So I decided that, okay, I want to do the secular music. When I went to Lagos, I joined like a couple bands. Okay, we're doing music. So I wasn't comfortable singing some type of song. Okay, so that was, I think where I actually left that part was a day I was supposed to do Wild Thought. I didn't even know Wild Thoughts. So like I was singing the song and I was enjoying it, but deep inside of me I was like, is this what I really want to tell people? I had to call the band director. I told him that I'm not sure I want to do this. Okay, so right from that day I made the decision that music for me is strictly going to be in church and not.
So for you, music is purposeful. So the words that you're going to be saying, because I mean, if you go back to the good word, it says that the words of our mouth are powerful. So if you're going to be declaring something over the lives of people, it should be something that would bless them. It's something that when they come in and listen to you, and then they leave, they feel like, I feel edified, I feel fulfilled. So it's very intentional for you.
Because I feel words are really powerful. Okay, so I've said certain things over my life that I've seen come through. So it gives me the conviction that words are really powerful. So if I want to say a word over someone, okay, I have to be really intentional about what I'm saying. And I have to be sure that whatever I'm going to say over you is going to be something you can run with. And so if I see you tomorrow, I'll be proud of myself that, oh, I declared this thing over this person and it worked. So it shouldn't be something that probably later in the future when I am like, okay, maybe let's say I'm not planning to be a pastor. I'm just using this as an example. Okay, like I'm a pastor and I'm driving on the street and I see someone actually living the words I said over them when it's not in line with God's will for them. Okay, so I'm saved and they're not saved.
That's your responsibility.
So I was like, no, I have to be really intentional about the words that I put out there.
Do you know, because I know at the end of the day, we are all going to give account of every single word that we said. So a lot of us are very irresponsible with our words. The words we speak over ourselves, the words we speak over other people. Even in the midst of anger, like being angry or being upset or being filled with emotion is not an excuse. You said what you said, so either you have to give account for it or you because it's recorded for you. And a lot of us, especially parents, we say these things subconsciously, but I mean, like they say the walls have ears, the spirit have ears. The spirit doesn't recognize, doesn't see your heart. Like, okay, that's what she meant. No,
just
this is what it picks the words that you say. So the moment you say, I am not good enough, I am stupid, immediately that registers, and you don't know when you start to exhibit stupidity.
Those words,
exhibit those words, start living them out, and you keep asking us, and then the more you experience it, the more you keep saying it. Oh, and my things are getting bad for me, and they get worse for you, and you keep thinking, oh, my village people, no, you village people, now it's your fault. You spoke it over your life. And I also think a lot of us are irresponsible, for lack of a better word, with what we carry. Our topic today is potential. And I know that there is no human being that is walking on earth that does not possess something that is supposed to bless another person. Well, a lot of people keep asking, what is potential? What's the difference between potential and talent? Like, what's the difference between these two things?
Okay, for me, I think potential is like a latent qualities, like something that you carry, something that you have. So you have to activate it for it to work. So potential is just there, like it's there. It's
nothing
something
untapped.
It's something we all came in with. I'm trying to think of a perfect example. Okay, let's assume I wanted to come on this show. Then this show is actually happening. And I want to come on this show. And I'm outside. Okay. I need to get into this place. So let's assume this is my potential, right? Then I'm outside. So this thing is actually really happening. It's there. But I need to walk into the room
and possess it.
So that's our potential is. So it's there. It's available. We just have to recognize it, and activate it.
I read a book by Miles Monroe, rest in peace, Miles Monroe. He said the wealthiest place on the planet Earth is the graveyard. Because that's where all the inventions, all the solutions are buried. There are people that never even scratched the surface of what they were capable of doing. A lot of them left the world because it got so frustrating. Maybe they kill themselves or tragedies happen. But the wealthiest place you can find on is a wealth ground that you can never touch.
Okay. I feel a lot of us, we are afraid of success. We're afraid of failure, right?
Yeah.
So when we finally succeed, we just want to stay there.
Okay.
I don't know if you get.
Okay.
So success is supposed to be progressive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when we finally crash success, we want to settle there. We're like, okay, now this is it. This is it for me. This is it. So I'm supposed to be a car. No, I'm supposed to own a transport company.
Yeah.
But I finally got a car. And I did a taxi.
Okay, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, this is it for me. I have a car and I'm doing a taxi and it's very okay for me, right? So we're not thinking of what other things are there to do. You understand? With this car, okay, what other things can this car birth?
Yes.
I don't know if you get. Okay, so we just want to settle there that, I have this car and this car is running. Okay, this is enough for me. So I feel that's why the grave is wealthy, right? Yeah. Because lots of us, we just crash the surface and we're settled. And we stay there.
Yeah, we're settled. So we don't invest in the process. In the progress. Because for you to have gotten that car, that means we don't think that far. Mm-hmm. Okay, if I got this car, what else can I do? Because I didn't know I could get the car. There was a point where I didn't even think getting a car was possible. Yeah. But I'm here now, so if I can get this car, what else do I really have within me that if I press really, really hard, it will birth something else. Yeah. So we don't look enough within. And I
also feel we forget, because if you want to trace it back, before you had a car, some people had like a bicycle. Yes. Okay. Yes. So they thought of it like, bicycle is not enough for me. I need a motorbike. Yes. Okay. So they got a motorbike and they're like, I think I want to get a car so that when it rains, okay, I can get a shelter, and they get a car. Yeah. So when they get to that point, they forget that there could be something else. I don't know if you get. So when I was here, I needed something. So if I can get here, then there should be something else. But we forget that there could be something else.
Or we forget that we have the ability to be able to even attain that something else. Yeah. So we look at a dream or an aspiration like, that's too big. Yeah. It's too big. There's no way I could possibly. I need a lot to get there.
But you needed a lot
to get to where you are right now. Right? So how did you think you got to where you are right now? So if you, and that's, I think it's a mentality thing as well, because we keep looking like it's not possible. But we feel to like, wait, I got here, Sha. Yeah. So if I can get here, that means there is something else I can do to get to that point. Yeah. But I think it also starts with not knowing. There's a lot of us walk around very ignorant of who we are. Like, we don't know ourselves. We think we know, but because I've seen and experienced some people that say, I know who I am. And then I look at them and I ask them very specific questions about them. And they give me answers that shock me, because if you know who you are, you cannot tell me that this thing should scare you. If you know who you are, it's like knowing that I have a key. Like, maybe this room is filled with gold, silver, diamond, whatever, and I hold the key to it. And I go outside, and then one guy is stressing me out for 10K, and I'm like, and I get into a fist fight with someone that has 10K. Meanwhile, I hold the key to a room that has something that can buy his 10K 1,000 times over. Yeah. So we don't even know what we possess. So we go out there and we struggle with the rest of the world. And we ask ourselves, oh God, where are you? God, why haven't you come to my rescue? And God is like, I already gave you everything. But we have not looked in the mirror long enough to say, you know what? I carry something. Because God, I don't think God is a man that he should lie. So if he said that you are made in his image and likeness, and that every good thing comes from him, so and he made and looked at you and said, you know what, you are good. For God to look at you, a creation, and say you are good, that means you are really good. But how much do you know about who you are enough to say, you know what, I can do any and everything? Because I truly believe that there is absolutely nothing any of us cannot do. Okay. There is no matter, tell me how big it is, and I'll tell you how it is possible, because you are human. it is possible for you to have that. Anyways, I want to go on a very quick break, and then when we come back, I really want to delve deep into this because there are some questions I need to ask, I need to clarify. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back to Real Talk with EJ. So I'm here with Isaac Nkerem, aka Mr. Zack. Yeah. So Zack, I'm gonna ask you some few questions, and they're gonna be deep. So you feel free to like bounce it back at me, right? Okay. So I'm gonna go. Why are you here on Earth? Why do you think you're here?
I feel I'm here in place of God.
Okay.
Right. So there's something. God is a spirit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so every being that exists on earth, you have to have the earthly suit, which is your flesh.
Your flesh.
Okay, so if God came into this room right now, I'm not going to stand. I don't know about you. Yeah. Okay, so we'd all find our way out. Okay, so that's how it is. So God needed to, send someone down here to represent, someone that looks like him, someone that would do what he would do here on earth. So I feel I'm here to do something that God would probably do here on earth. So that's how I justify my action. So if I want to take an action right now, and I'm so pissed, and I'm like, this person, I would break your head. I would be like, so I'm like, would God do that?
That sounds easier said than done.
Sometimes I get out of that. Like, I'm like, would God do this? And I apologize and I leave, but I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I feel like I just lost something.
You lost a battle.
I feel be this guy now. I don't know if you get that kind of stuff. So it takes a lot for you to get to that point. Yeah. Okay. And before I got to that point, people around me actually called my attention to it that, guy, you always want to win. Sometimes you just have to let it go. I don't know if you get, even when you feel you're right, you just have to let it go. Even when you're wrong, don't try to prove a point. Okay, because if you were wrong in the first place, there won't be any need for you to want to prove a point. Yeah. If you were right in the first place, there won't be any need for you to want to prove a point. Yeah. So I got to that point by the help of people. Yeah. So I won't say it's easy. Yeah. I won't say I'm there yet. Yeah. I'm still struggling.
I mean, okay, so how much potential do you think you carry? Like, how much wealth of gifts do you think?
I feel it's a lot. Yeah. There is a lot. Yeah. So the question should be, how much do you think you can actually cover them? Because if we are gods, if we're like God, there is a lot God can do. Yeah. Like, there is a lot he can do. Yeah. So if he gave us that spirit to be like him, then there is a lot we can do. Yeah. So the question should be, how much can I actually really do? Okay. So I'm struggling. I'm still pushing. Now every day I'm still praying to God, like, show me what it is really you want me to do. Okay. All right. So I feel like there is a lot I can do. Okay. But do I really have the strength to do it?
The strength to do it.
Then you talked about knowing. Do I even know that I should? Yeah. Do I even know that I should be doing this? I don't know if you get. So I'm walking around now. I'm feeling like I'm a stylist. I'm supposed to be a stylist.
Yeah, but
maybe I'm supposed to be selling orange somewhere.
Yes.
I don't know if you get. Okay. So I'm trying to. It's me now trying to feel like, hey, this is it. This is it. I talked about us getting to a point and we feel like this is it. Yeah. So this is me now feeling like, oh, this is it. Yeah. But I have to consciously tell myself that there is more. Yeah. Like, there is more, and it could be anything. It could be something I like. It could be something I don't like. Yeah. So I just have to come to that point where I know that finding fulfillment is not. It does not necessarily have to make you happy. I don't know if you get the process. Okay, let's say the process won't actually make you happy, but the end would actually make you happy. Yeah. Okay, so if you tell me to go sell orange now in the sun, I won't be happy doing that.
But maybe I'm supposed to do that now.
Now
to go through a particular process.
To go through a particular process to actually meet someone.
Yeah.
Who would buy my orange and tell me, I like the way you sell your orange. Can you come to my company and sell
something else?
So now the end is better enough for me, right?
So I think it's also a pride gives us makes us short-sighted, because there are some missions that God will send you on that is totally and completely off your class,
your kind of person.
Your kind of person, like, oh, how can a whole me to come stoop so low to do this? And God is like, well, first of all, you stoop low to conquer. Let's just start there. And second of all, there is a reason why He's taking you through that process, because for you to get to that top, you have to go through. It's like the catapult effect. If you want the catapult to go further, you need to pull it back a lot more. So, but sometimes God sends us on an errand, and the pride in us, like, oh, it can't be God. No, God would never allow me to come down to this level. But you forget that you are, as a person, you are a living representative. As long as you're human, you are a living representative of God on earth to another person. So because somebody else will watch your actions, the person that you're doing it to might not necessarily learn from it, but there's somebody in the corner lurking and watching you and watching how you do it, and then they are inspired to do even better, because if you could do it, then I can also do it too. And you said something about a process. There was a time I was going through a phase. It was so, when you are weeping from the inside, I was so for a week, 2 weeks, I was frustrated, I was depressed, and I prayed and I cried, and I heard Him say to me, why are you building a tent in a place where you are only supposed to be passing through? Okay. And that thing shook me to high heaven, because I was like, wait, sometimes God just wants you to enter into a tunnel, pick up something, and then run back or just pass through. But we get to the tunnel, we build a fireplace, we build a tent, we build a kitchen, we build a parlor, we sit down there, and we complain about how hot it is. And you forget.
Sometimes initially when you entered, it actually covered you from the sun.
From the sun.
And you're like, oh, now this is it. But
this,
the longer you stay, it becomes hot and it becomes uncomfortable, and you're complaining like, God, why am I still here? But actually, we're just, like you said, you're supposed to just go in.
So you didn't want to, either you didn't listen to the instruction properly, or you entered and got distracted, or you just entered ignorantly, because sometimes God can push you into your place of purpose even when you're not ready, because you've wasted too much time. You push you there, and you're supposed to learn there. But we get there, and then instead of asking the right questions, what is this situation supposed to teach me? What am I supposed to learn from this? Is it supposed to help me to be better? Okay, I know God will never take me to a place where He knows that I'm going to suffer. So for me to be groaning this bad, that means it's something that is growing inside of me. We don't ask, because by the time we start to ask the right questions, we get to have a different mentality about the situation. Then it helps us to go through it faster.
Seriously. Let me cite an example to that. So there was this time, most of my friends, I trek a lot. When I was in school, money be nothing, so you have to trek it. Okay, so there's this time I was trekking. I was going somewhere. So I thought I knew the route. So I went and I took the wrong route, and I got really pissed with myself. Like, why did I have to come this way? So now it don't make my trekking longer than it's supposed to be, right? So I got really pissed, but I got through it. I got to where I was going, and everything was sorted. So now that route I took actually linked somewhere else.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So there was a time we were rushing somewhere, like we really needed to meet up. Okay. So we came towards, we were on the normal route that was supposed to take us there, and when we got there, we saw like a gridlock, like it was really strong, and we needed to divert. And all of a sudden, I knew another route that could take us to where we were going to. So I had to show them. And we went there, and we did whatever we were supposed to do, and we made our money, and we left. Wow. You understand? So that's where I realized that, I actually took the wrong route, and I got really pissed. But in the later, he opened up a new opportunity for me to know that, okay, we would have wasted a lot of time here and not get to where we're supposed to go and do what we're supposed to do at the right time. But now I had an idea. I knew another route to where we're going to.
And okay, so that's interesting. And another thing is, a lot of us have a lot of like potential. I was talking about potential, but we measure our gifts by something else.
Okay.
So what criteria do you use, you personally, do you use in measuring what you have, or do you just have that confidence? It's like, you know what, God gave it to me, and then I'm just going to trust that what he gave to me is different from another person. I don't need to be measuring my gifts by another person's standard. To you, what criteria do you use in measuring your abilities?
I feel what success is to me might be different from what it is to someone else. Okay, so I know everyone wants to be successful. I want to, if I'm doing music, I want to win the Grammy, right? But originally, if God made me do music just to, you know, get someone out of depression, then I could sing and someone get out of depression. That already is success for me. Like, if that was the only thing God wanted me to come here to do, I have done it. But naturally, I'd want to get the Grammy. I don't know if you get. So I started thinking that way, like, what if what I see to be success isn't really success? What if these other things that, you know, this, man, I was blessed, is actually the success I'm getting? You understand? So that's how I was able to overcome that pressure of, you know, trying to push yourself to attain like every other person would attain. So, and it's not also like a limitation for me. So I'm not using it as an excuse not to push. In as much as I'm pushing, I am appreciating every testimony that comes from it, every blessing that comes from it. I appreciate it in as much as I'm looking towards something bigger. But even if I can't get there, I've trained my mind to just know that this was enough.
Yes. Oh wow, Zack, I can't thank you enough. But
Thank God,
thank you enough for coming, because I know I've even from the conversations we had before, and then even today's conversation, I know that I have learned so much from you, and you are a low-key an inspiration, because I watch you from a distance. I'm like, okay, wow, he has the balls to do it, like, then I can also do it. So like, whatever it is that you're doing, just be rest assured that there are people that are looking up to you. I'm one of them. So and we are cheering you on, and then we are inspired by you. So please, whatever you do, don't stop being you. Don't ever stop being you, because you are phenomenal. And the same goes to all of us. You are phenomenal in who you are. Just look in the mirror and speak more positive things into your life. What you want to see is as simple as that. Anything you want to see happen, just one thing you need to do, just speak it. It sounds easy, but also very difficult at the same time. Keep speaking that thing you want, and it will definitely manifest. If you're speaking something negative, then you're definitely going to experience that. So it's just better and easier to start speaking positive into your life. Thank you, Zack.
Thank you,
guys. This is Real Talk with AJ. I am your host, Enojari, and I will see you next time. Have a lovely day.